Magandang araw sa inyo. Okay, I will discuss yung market structure. So this is the very basic. So okay, let's start. When we talk about market structure, ang ibig sabihin yan, it shows you the cycle or the trend of the market. So pag sinabi natin market structure, sinasabi niya kung uptrend, downtrend, or range bound ba yung market. Okay, when we talk about market structure, ang laging tanong natin, ano ba ang market structure today? O ano ba ang market structure at this particular time frame? Do we see an uptrending market structure or downtrending market structure or range bound market structure? Now let's talk about uptrending market structure. Pag sinabi nating uptrend, makakakita tayo dyan ng series of higher highs and higher lows. Pag sinabi naman natin downtrend, makakita tayo dyan ng series of lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so let's say for this example, dito muna tayo sa uptrend. Halimbawa, yung market galing siya ng downtrending. Thus, it create lower low, lower high, and then lower low. Now, from this peak low, what happened is nagkaroon tayo ng kauna-unahan nating break of structure wherein this push up break this lower high. Okay, so yung unang break na yan, that is the first signal na potentially pwede tayong magkaroon ng reversal. But always remember guys, yung unang breakout does not necessarily confirm na magkakaroon tayo ng reversal. However, it is the first signal na pwede tayong magkaroon ng reversal. Okay? So, there are two things na pwedeng mangyari once we have the first breakout. Okay? Or the first formation of higher highs. So, wag muna natin isipin to, no? Let's say wala pa ito. So, let's say ito lang yung nakikita natin structure. We have this break making a higher high. So, there are two potential possible na pwedeng mangyari dito. Una, pwede siyang pumasok sa range-bound market. Okay? So, yun yung pwedeng mangyari. Pwede siyang mag-range after mag-create ng higher high. So, mamaya we will talk about the creation of range or range-bound market. Or, pwede tayong magkaroon ng potential reversal from downside papunta ng uptrend. So, what do we need to confirm an uptrend? Well, actually, after niya dapat mag-create ng higher high, dapat mag-retrace down siya. Okay, magre-retrace siya. Okay, what is the purpose of retracement? Okay, mitigation. No, kailangan niyang balikan yung mga na-open niyang orders dito before mag-continue siya to the upside. Okay, so the first signal of an uptrend, it needs to break lower high, mag-create siya ng higher high. However, this does not confirm na meron tayo reversal. Kailangan magkaroon tayo ng second formation ng higher high. Now, if you have two higher highs, so that pretty much confirm na tayo ay nasa potential reversal na. Okay? From downtrend, papunta na tayo ng uptrend. So, always remember guys, we need to see a breakout of this higher high. So, ang ideal break natin for higher high, okay, dapat yung momentum niya is strong. Pag medyo ang movement ng price is slow, malaki yung chances guys na mag range bound siya, no? So, as much as possible, ang gusto nating klaseng breakout yung malakas na break. Okay? Ulitin natin yung gusto nating breakout ng higher high is a strong impulsive breakout. So, we already have yung dalawang higher high. So, this confirms na tayo uptrend. So, what do we need to do is to wait for retracement. Again, what's the purpose of retracement? Mitigation. No. So, babalik yan. Dalawa lang naman ang pwedeng balikan yan guys. Either supply and demand. In this particular case, demand tayo kasi uptrend siya. Or, kung merong imbalance, yun yung pwede niyang balikan. So tandaan lang natin guys, so dalawang pwedeng balikan niya is either supply and demand or an imbalance. Okay, so may idea naman na kayo kung ano yung imbalance or inefficiency zone, so madali nyo na yung maiintindihan. Okay, so this is pretty much an uptrend. So again, the first break is just a first signal. Ngayon ang tanong, can we trade the first break? Yes, no? Pwede natin siyang i-trade. However, the probability is not that high kasi hindi pa confirm talaga yung trend. So that's why, kung iti-trade nyo to, itong retracement back dito sa unang breakout, so dapat magkaroon kayo ng confluence, no? So as much as possible, dito natin makikita yung corrective structure. So dito natin makikita yung corrective structure. Okay, dapat meron tayong confluence ng ibang concept na ginagamit natin. Okay, so we can trade it, and at the same time pwede tayong gumamit dito ng multi-time frame analysis. So ibig sabihin, we will go to lower time frame to see kung anong ginagawa niya sa lower time frame, thus we can trade it properly. Okay, so again, this is tradable, so pwede natin siyang i-trade. However, this is not that high probable setup, pero tradable siya, no? So depende na lang sa inyo yung kung gaano na kayo ka-confident to trade it. But the most safest way to trade it is to wait for the second creation of higher high. And then once mayroon ka ng creation of higher high, you can trade the retracement, no? Hintay mo ulit siya mag-retrace. Okay? My advice is to, let's say meron tayo dito in the middle, nag-create siya dito ng demand, and then bago siya nag-breakout. So most of the time, no, piliin natin guys yung source ng breakout. So ibig sabihin, if the breakout happens here, so let's say this is the previous higher high, and then the breakout happens here, and it so happen na meron tayo ditong demand zone. Okay, and then if you look down, halos lahat naman ng demand is nabalikan na. Ibig sabihin, hindi na sila pressure zone or na-mitigate na sila at wala namang imbalance sa ilalim. Pwede tayo dito mag-abang ng opportunity to buy. Okay? But, if so happen naman guys na let's say kung anong nangyari dito, meron tayong naiwan ditong demand, tapos bilang may imbalance dito, tapos may demand dito, and then saka siya nag-break. Okay, ano yung pipiliin natin? So pagka ganyan guys, let's say may imbalance dito, tapos may demand pa dito, my advice is to choose yung demand sa ilalim. Okay, because of this imbalance, so more or less the market will mitigate or fill this imbalance as well as to test ito untested demand. So guys, so remember guys, diniscuss ko matagal na panahon na yung concept ng supply and demand. So the more na fresh zone yung demand, ibig sabihin untested demand, so malaki yung probability na yung market will respect it. So that's why ang pipiliin natin lagi is yung fresh zone, at the same time yung zone na merong imbalance sa taas na. So let's say kung ito yung demand, sa ibabaw niya may nag-form na imbalance, so malaki yung chances na yung market will respect this demand zone. So nonetheless, in an uptrend, to confirm na tayo talaga nasa uptrend na, you need to wait for the creation of two higher highs. Okay? So pag isang higher highs pa lang, this is a medyo hindi pa siya ganun ka hindi pa confirm yung trend, but then again we can trade it, no? So now let's move on to downtrend. Okay, then mamaya we will go to chart to look for examples, no? So for downtrend, so ganun din yung same concept. Let's say galing tayo ng uptrend, meron tayong unang first breakout and then creation ng lower low. So again, we can trade itong lower high, but then again, this is not the best setup, no, but this is tradable if you can use other confluences like PIB and patterns like, let's say, head and shoulders, and then AO. So and then kung meron tayo dito makitang malinaw na corrective structure, so we can trade it lower high. But the best scenario is hintay tayo ng creation ng second lower low. Pag meron ka ng second lower low, so this pretty much confirm na tayo ay nasa downtrend na. So we can trade the pullback. So again, the pullback will probably resume the trend. It's either sa imbalance o kaya naman sa supply. Anong klaseng supply? Unmitigated or untested supply. So ibig sabihin fresh zone supply. So ang pinaka-advise ko rin, piliin natin yung supply na untested at the same time na nag-form ng imbalance. Okay? Now let's go to chart and then to give you more examples. Okay, so let's say for example here. Okay, so we are in USD CAD. As you can see, so meron tayo, galing tayo ng downtrend. Okay, so this is the last lower low, lower high, sorry. Okay, and then we have a break. Okay, so ito yung unang formation ng higher high. So again, hindi pa tayo confirm na yung market will shift. Okay, but then again, we can trade yung retracement niya. Okay, so pagkaya nga dito, after niya magkaroon dito ng breakout, nag-retrace siya. Saan siya nag-retrace? So it retraces back to this area or this level. Okay, then kung mapapasin ninyo yung retracement niya rin, aside sa demand yan, okay, yung retracement niya ay below 50%. So discounted level to. Okay, so nasa area siya ng 61 to 78.6% PIB retracement. Okay, so isa din yung sa ma-advise ko, normally yung unang breakout, yung unang creation ng higher high, if ever man na ano talaga siya re-reversal, usually ang retracement dito is deep. Kapag sabi nating deep, below 50%, so yung discounted price range. So I advise, kung papasok kayo dito sa unang retracement, piliin nyo yung supply and demand below 50%. Okay, so again, we can enter here. We have demand here, price respect, and then what happened next? The market create a second higher high. So this pretty much confirm na tayo ay nasa uptrend na. So anong pwede natin gawin? We will wait for the retracement. So again, so what causes the break? So ano ang pinanggalingan nitong break na to? Okay, kung babalikan ninyo, ang pinaka source na is this demand zone. Okay, so just include the week. Okay, and then we have the retracement here, and then continuation to the upside. So our target is this high. Yan. So kung papasin niyo, medyo maganda yung RR nito. Okay, then what happened next here? Okay, so dito nag-create na naman tayo ng higher high. What do we need to do is to wait for retracement. Okay, so saan nung pinagsimula ng breakout nitong buong move na to? Dito siya nagsimula, no? So definitely we can yan, so dito siya nagsimula, price retrace, and then again our target for that is this high. Okay, So this is an example for uptrend, no? So as you can see guys, this is a pretty much well-formed uptrend, no? Kasi halos wala na siyang iniwan ng mga imbalances. Yan. So this is an example for uptrend. Now let's look at a downtrend example. I don't like it. Ano tayo ng downtrend? So let's see kung meron tayo shift ng downtrend dito. Okay, very strong yung pagkaka-downtrend niya. So let's try to look for other examples. So probably meron ba tayo an example sa ibang chart. Let's say Euro GBP, try natin kung makakita tayo ng example sa Euro GBP. Okay, Euro GBP. Let's look at our examples. Ito hindi pa confirm. Okay. Okay. Let's try it. Okay. So let's say for example in this particular pair, meron tayo ditong uptrend, no? Kasi we have this last lower high, karoon tayo dito ng first higher high and then retrace, and then nag-create tayo dito ng second higher high, retrace, higher low, and then breakout higher high. So at this particular case guys, so we are still uptrend mga moment na to, no? Kasi meron tayong creation ng higher high. So what we are expecting, mag-retrace siya and then mag-create siya ng higher high, new higher high. So ito yung pinaka last higher low natin. As long as na hindi ito na-break, we are still uptrend. So dito papasok guys yung bias. So we can use yung momentum bias natin to give us a more clear momentum, no? Malalaman natin kung mag-break ba to or mag-hold ba to if we have bias. So let's see what happened. So what happened here? So again, probably may nakaabang tayo ditong demand zone kasi we are expecting a move up, no? So that's why it's very important to look for a lower time frame confirmation before we take this trade. So ano nangyari dito? We had a break. Okay, so in this particular case we have the first signal of a reversal kasi imbis na mag-create siya ng higher low, nag-create siya ng lower low. So anong hintayin natin? So we will wait for retracement. Okay, so meron tayo dito, okay, supply zone na nag-cause ng break out, no? Nag-cause ng lower low na to. Okay, so then okay, hindi tayo napagbigyan, so okay lang yun. Not all set up ay matatrade natin, but we have the creation of lower low. So this pretty much confirm na talagang possibly nasa downtrend na tayo. So again, use the momentum, no, to give you an idea of the possible trend momentum. Okay, So, gamitin natin yung momentum natin, scoring, to give us a clear idea. Kasi take note guys, we don't use waves muna dito sa concept na to. We are just clearly using market structure to, para mas simple kung naguguluhan kayo sa wave, so we can use yung simple market structure. So, what next? So, we need to wait for retracement. Okay? So, saan siya pwedeng mag-retrace? So, again, meron tayo ditong imbalance, so we can use it as our point of entry. Possible, pwede nating tingnan sa lower time frame once na matap yan. Mapagbibigyan tayo, but the problem is hindi na siya. Sobrang lakas ng trend. Hindi na siya nag-retrace. So, tingnan natin kung magre-retrace pa siya doon. So, in this particular case, hindi tayo napagbigyan kasi the market mumulusok na siya. No? So, pagka ganyan, since marami naman tayong pairs na pwedeng matrade, so, okay lang yun. Oops, yan, nag-retrace up siya. Yan, totally dito, at this particular case, nagkaroon na tayo totally ng reversal. Okay? Papunta naman sa uptrend. Kasi kung mapapansin ninyo, after na dito mag-create ng lower low, and then, very little retracement, then, push down. So, I think this is the last lower low, and dito meron tayong lower high na break. So therefore meron tayong creation ng higher high, and then we have the higher low, and then price break out, higher high, higher low, higher high. So tingnan natin kung i-respect niya naman to. Wala na, totally na siya, reversal na siya, no? From downtrend, since meron tayong break of market structure and then creation ng dalawang higher high, so this pretty much confirm an uptrend. So ang pwede mangyari dito, pullback and then continuation pataas. That's the case. Okay, so what happened? So pullback na siya. Tingnan natin kung magkikreate siya ng panibagong higher high. Kaya lang kung papasin nyo yung movement dito ng price, medyo nagaan na siya, no? Ascending channel. So malaki din chances na magkaroon tayo ng break below. Pero since nag-hold siya dito, so tingnan natin. Okay. Nag-range na siya dito, no? Sa part nito. Ayan. So, totally, yung market nag-ranging na, no? So, nonetheless, kung naka-enter tayo dito, pwede naman natin i-manage yung ating trade. Probably dito sa supply na to. This could be our take profit, and then yung final take profit natin is yung pinaka-high. So, ayun guys, so that is pretty much for market structure. Okay? So, kailangan lang nating isipin lagi na para ma-confirm natin yung uptrend, we need at least 2 higher highs. To confirm naman yung downtrend, we need at least 2 lower lows. We can trade the pullback, the first higher high, but yung mas lakas yung probability, mas mataas na probability is to trade the second pullback or the second higher highs. Now let's move on to range. Okay, pag sinabi naman nating range, so madali lang naman yan, no? Range bound market, ibig sabihin after nyo mag-create ng lower low, let's say galing tayo ng uptrend, nag-create siya ng lower low, so we are expecting a momentum shift papunta ng downtrend. But the problem, after nyo mag-create ng lower low, bigla siya nag-create ng higher high. So this signifies or signals a range bound market. So pagka ganyan guys, nag-create siya ng lower low and then nag-create ng higher high, malaking chances guys na meron tayong magre-range ng market dito. Okay? So medyo, that's why sabi nga sa inyo, if you trade the first breakout, medyo hindi ganun siya ka best setup kasi nga may possibility na mag-create siya ulit ng higher high. Itong higher high na to pwedeng, a couple of pips lang yung break niya. Okay? And then pumasok ulit sa loob. So probably ang susunod na gawin niyan, pwede niyang manipulate itong newly created lower low for a pip. And then papasok na naman sa range. So ito yung range bound market. So tandaan nyo na lagi guys, yung first breakout ng higher high, kung ito ay higher low, kung galing tayo ng uptrend, is a signal of a potential reversal pababa o kaya naman potential range bound market. So ito naman sa downtrend, galing tayo ng downtrend, we have the first breakout created itong higher high. So again, signal a potential buy setup, but the problem here is na breakout siya, creating a lower low. So pagka ganyan, medyo nalilito ka na, magulo ka na, o teka lang, nag-create siya ng higher high pero don't create ng lower low. So you can just skip this pair, no, kung ayaw mo ma-stress. So pwede mo lang i-skip tong pair na to, kaya naman kung talagang gusto mong i-trade siya, pwede mo namang i-trade yung lower time frame trend. So tingin ka lang sa lower time frame. Let's say kung ito yung nasa daily time frame, you can look at the 1 hour time frame, no, pwede mong i-trade itong move na to sa lower time frame, as long as makita ka ng malinaw na trend. Okay, so this is range. Now let's talk about the trading range. So again, trading range, basically this is the zone where you will look for potential buy or sell setup. So in this case, so let's say bullish trading range tayo. So galing tayo ng downtrend, we have the first breakout. So your trading range after ng first breakout is this whole impulsive move. So yan, from this low, from this low up to this high is your trading range. Okay? So sa loob niyan, may mga structures din dyan. So that's why the market needs to retrace. So dalawa kasi yung pwedeng reason niyan, mitigation or kaya namang manipulation. Okay, so let's say meron ditong low o kaya double bottom. Then dito we have low. Then dito we have imbalance. So most of the time what happen is the market will manipulate yung low ng double bottom and then probably manipulate itong low nitong structure na to, and then lastly to fill yung imbalance, and then bago siya mag continuous ng move. But ang pinaka-importante guys, you have to identify your trading range. Once you have the break, pwede mong gawin is lagyan mo na ng ray line para alamin mo, okay, so ibig sabihin this whole move is my trading range. So I will look for potential buy setup dito sa loob nitong range na to. But once the market create a new higher high, so you will adjust your trading range. Ibig sabihin your trading range will be now here. Ito na ngayon yung bagong mong trading range. Why? Kasi nag-create na tayo na panibagong higher high. So ito na ngayon yung significant higher low. So ibig sabihin, you will look for potential buy setup to any retracement inside this impulsive move. So let's say kung meron tayo dito supply and demand, imbalance, etc. And then we have double bottom here na pwedeng manipulate the market. So you will look for the structure inside this trading range. Okay, so that's why it's very important kung maalala niyo yung FTMO, we need to wait first for the manipulation and then the break of structure. So ganun kasi madalas na nangyari, bago siya mag-break kailangan niya muna mag-manipulate. So kagaya nito, bago niya i-break tong high na to, minanipulate niya muna tong low na to. Okay, so this is a bullish trading range. Okay, every time na yung market will create a new set of higher highs, let's say from here the market makes a new higher high, so you will adjust your trading range. So ibig sabihin, ito na ngayon yung magiging trading range natin. Okay, then we will look for potential buy setup dito sa range na to. Okay, so this is for bullish trading range. Now let's go to bearish trading range. Well, actually almost same lang din naman yung kanilang concept, no? Same lang. Yan. After ng first breakout, creation ng lower low, our trading range is this in passive move. So we will look for potential sell opportunity dito sa loob nitong range na to. Then once the market create a new lower low, so we will move our trading range. So magiging ito na yung trading range natin. So guys, it's very important to understand kasi somehow you are filtering your setup. No? Kumbaga, once mag-create siya ng lower low, wala ka nang pakialam ngayon dito. So this is now your trading range. Okay? Sabihin, dito ka na ngayon maghanap ng opportunity to sell. Hindi na dito. Kasi meron na tayong new lower low, meron tayong higher high. So this is our new created trading range. And then, if the market continue to the downside, creating a new trading range, so we will move our trading range. So ito na yung ating lower low, and this becomes our lower high. So this is our new trading range. So we will wait for retracement and then enter sell. Okay, so again, this is without considering yung wave analysis. So this is pure market structure, no? Ito yung pinaka basic, pinaka foundation niya. Okay guys, so now let's move on to multi-time frame analysis. So guys, it's very important para hindi kayo maliligaw kung ano na yung nangyari. So let's say for example, we have this. Let's say this is a monthly time frame structure. So in monthly, we have a break of this lower high, creating the first higher high. And then price retrace down, mitigate or build some imbalance here, and then test some supply and demand in particular case kasi uptrend siya na created a higher high. So ibig sabihin, on a monthly time frame, we are on a bullish market. So what do we expect? Kasi meron na tayong dalawang higher high, we expect a retracement back down probably to this demand. So that is our bias. So ibig sabihin, our target for monthly time frame is a retracement before mag-continue siya. Then let's say for example, this is monthly, alam natin bullish tayo, pero kung andito yung price, so wala tayong gagawin, so kasi we need to wait for retracement. So the target of monthly time frame could be this demand zone, no, para mag-continue siya. So on a daily time frame, let's say this is weekly time frame, sorry. On a weekly time frame, we are on a, let's say, on a downtrend. So this is a clear downtrend kasi we have lower low, lower high, and then we have the second lower low. So what do we expect on a daily time frame? We are downtrend. Can we trade it? Yes, kasi kung iti-trade natin to as downtrend, and then our target for monthly time frame is here. So somehow meron tayong basis na yung weekly time frame will go down. Kasi andito yung monthly time frame na ano natin targets, no? So this is a weekly time frame, downtrend siya. So in-expect natin magre-retrace siya dito back to this particular, let's say, supply to continue to the downside, probably to mitigate this and fill the imbalance here and mitigate this demand zone. But on a daily time frame, as you can see guys, we are uptrend. Okay, so let's say uptrend ka and then nakita mo nandito na yung price, nasa daily time frame ka, are you gonna buy this kasi nakita mo uptrend ka, you have a series of higher highs? Well, actually, kung stand alone mo lang siyang iti-trade, malamang sa malamang you will wait for retracement and then buy it. But if you consider a higher time frame, your higher time frame, you will not look for buy opportunity here. Bakit? Kasi alam mo, galing na tayo dito sa supply ng weekly time frame. So thus, malaking chances guys, halit na umangat siya, malaking chances guys na mag-create siya ng lower low, pababa na siya, no? So that's why each time frame may kanya-kanyang market structure. So you need to consider this market structure of every time frame para makontrol mo siya. Let's say kung ito yung uptrend sa daily time frame, so let's say i-zoom out mo siya and then you are trading daily time frame. Kung di mo ko consider yung weekly time frame, so malamang sa malamang kasi this has a series of higher highs and higher lows. Malamang sa malamang nga instant trade mo to, no? You wait for retracement. Pero kung hindi mo to alam na meron pala tayo ditong supply ng weekly time frame na probably yan yung magko-continue ng weekly time frame trend. If you don't know that, if you don't look for it, you trade, you bought here, but what happened is nag-reach ang lower low and then nag-break below siya. Okay? Bakit? Ba't di siya dito nag-trade ng higher high? Simply because nasa weekly time frame supply tayo. Okay? So that's why it's very important, guys, to consider yung top down and multi-time frame analysis. Okay? Para hindi tayo maligaw. Ngayon, let's try to analyze some chart. So probably let's try to look for this one. This is called JPY. No? Let's say on a monthly time frame, okay, identify natin yung market structure. At the same time, we will identify our trading range. So as you can see, we have this last lower low, and then this is the last lower high ng monthly time frame. And this last lower high was break siya, creating a higher high. We have a higher high here. So what do we expect? We expect retracement. So ngayon, since meron pa lamang tayo isang higher high, so monthly time frame, dalawa yung possible na pwedeng mangyari dyan. Pwedeng mag-range siya, o kaya naman pwede siya mag-continue to the upside. So let us assume, let's say, in-expect natin mag-continue siya to the upside. Kahit hindi pa ganun, hindi pa tayo confirm. Kasi isa pa lang yung higher high natin. Ano? If you have one higher high, hindi pa confirm yung trend. Pero for the sake of example, let's try to forecast na ito ay mag-uptrend. So galing tayo ng demand, nag-retrace siya, back to demand, and then move up. So monthly time frame, we are still on a range, hindi pa confirm yung trend. Let's go to weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, guys, so what do we got? Okay, galing tayo ng downtrend, and then we have this last lower high. Okay, meron tayong breakout ng last lower high. So again, sa weekly time frame, meron tayong higher creation of higher high. Again, ano yung possibility dito? So we have this trading range on a weekly time frame. So if the market wants to continue to the upside, since galing din tayo ng demand, so ang in-expect natin dito is retracement. Okay, in-expect natin dito is retracement and then continuation on a weekly time frame. But kung papasin niyo sa weekly time frame, nasa dulo tayo. So hindi natin ito matitrade sa weekly time frame kasi nasa dulo yung price. Ang layo niya pa dito sa retracement. So we can go to the lower time frame. Okay, let's go to, so weekly time frame, we have a potential set up. Kaya lang, again, andito pa yung ating zone of interest. Layo pa no? So let's go to daily time frame. Okay, what do we got? On a daily time frame, ayan, sa daily time frame, mapapasin nyo guys, nagre-range na yung market, no? Dito na-create siya ng lower high, ay higher high, and then higher low, and then higher high. So ang na-expect natin dito, kung talagang isosustain yung market yung trend, dapat mag-create siya dito ng higher low and then higher high. But the problem is, nagkaroon tayo ng breakout. Na-create siya dito ng lower low. So what do we expect? Kung yung market is magre-reverse from uptrend papunta ng downtrend, dapat hindi niya i-break tong high na to. Okay? If the market will break that, so ibig sabihin, malaking chances guys na papasok na naman tayo sa range bound market. Again, so always remember guys, the first break does not necessarily mean na yung market will reverse to the downside. So we need to wait for the second breakout to confirm the trend. But again, so depende na lang sa atin if we can trade, if we want to risk doon sa retracement after nitong breakout na to. Okay? But in this particular case, mukhang papasok siya sa range bound market. So again, range bound market simply means if you see a lower low at the same time a higher high created. So malaking chances na mag-whipso yan dyan at mag-range bound na siya dyan. Okay? So ibig sabihin, on the daily time frame, we are not clear trend. So ibig sabihin, even though uptrend siya, pero nag-range siya dito, no? Probably nasa wave 4 to no? Kaya okay, so now let's try to look at the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so sa daily time frame, we are on a range. No, range bound yung market. Siguro maganda ilagyan natin siya na box. Okay, so let's try it. Yan. Nagre-range siya sa daily time frame. Let's go to 1 hour, 4 hours. So sa 4 hours, okay, so meron tayong potential na momentum shift. Meron tayo ditong lower low na na-break. So thus, nag-create siya dito ng higher high. So ang pwede natin expect sa 4 hour time frame, again, so hindi pa naman to confirm talaga na tayo ay nasa momentum shift na, no? Kasi isang higher high pa lang yan. We need to wait for retracement. If ever mag-retrace siya, so nasa sa atin na lang din yun kung tayo ay mag-raise ng buy or hintayin natin yung second formation ng higher high. Something like this. Bam! If ito yung mag-break, then pwede natin i-trade yung continuation pataas. Okay? So again, kung i-consider natin yung market maker blueprint, this is a CRAR entry, no? Kasi meron tayong break nitong minor structure, we have this retracement, so this is CRAR, and then after ng break nito, this is trouble. Okay. Now let's look at the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, what do we got? Sa 1 hour time frame, ito uptrend talaga siya. Okay, we have this last lower high and then price break above, creating a first higher high and then price retrace, making this higher high. Then nag-retrace siya very shallow, and then biglang dito nag-create na siya ng channel. So descending channel, so wedge. So malaking chances guys na mag-break out to no? Break below. Yan. Pero pwede rin naman guys na itong channel na to will continue to the upside. We never know, no guys, kasi yung ascending channel na medyo makitid will most likely lead to a breakout continuation. Pero yung channel na malaki, let's say mag-form siya dyan na mas malaking channel, something like that. Yan. So ito, mas malaking chances na yung market will reverse. Okay, pero pag ganitong channel maliit, so malaking chances guys na mag-continue siya pataas. Okay. The reason being is the retracement. Retracement shallow, so ibig sabihin ang lakas control pa ng bullish momentum yung market, no? So, ayan. So, on 1 hour time frame, we are still on an uptrend. So, we are waiting for retracement. Okay? So, that is multi-time frame analysis, guys. You have to identify what is happening from higher to lower time frame. Kung gusto natin matrade siya ng properly. So, again, this is not considering yung wave, na wave count. Pero, syempre, kung meron kayo idea ng wave, so sama meron tayong mas malinaw na directional bias. But then again, kung ito yung mas madali sa inyong unawain, identifying the market structure of each time frame, yung targets and then yung trading range, so okay din naman to, no? So in fact, this is the very basic, no? So I think wala na tayo dito. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you for watching. So I hope you learned something today. So again, identify market structure, uptrend, downtrend, or range bound market, and then find your zone of interest, identify kung confirm na ba yung trend by waiting for, kung uptrend dapat meron ka ng dalawang higher highs, kung downtrend dapat meron ka ng dalawang lower lows. Okay, and then do a multi time frame analysis. So yun lamang, guys. So thank you and see you. So just PM me kung may question kayo.